Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome or welcome back. Today it's May 27. It's very early in the morning. It's around 7:30. But today the day is quite busy for me, so didn't have much time to film. So I decided to do a morning chatty video with you guys. So this is part of the analog archives where I just talk about my journals, things that I've been reading or watching, and any new stationery that I've gotten. So I made a little schedule for today of things that I want to talk that I've been asked quite a lot these days. So I wanted to do that, and I want to tune in the moment. It's very hot here in Korea already. We had a very rainy spring, and all of a sudden we're in the 26 degrees, so it is pretty hot. But anyway, it's a welcome change from all the rain and gray skies. So I finally did it. I think if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been talking about how I feel some restriction when it comes to journaling. So one of the things that I've been just thinking these days is that there is no need for me to feel any sort of stress or I don't know, any sort of pressure about my journaling. This should be a healing and it should be a fun hobby. So to me, just being like, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working, it just creates too much stress, and it is very unnecessary. I think it's just, it's a notebook. So I think a few months back or a few weeks back, I told you guys that a day per page system does not work for me, and this is for several reasons. So let's just go back to my Hobonichi cousin. My Hobonichi cousin has been great. It has been a great project for me. I wanted to integrate the habit of daily journaling since last year. I really lost it and was very inconsistent, and even though it's not something that truly bothers me being inconsistent, it made me very sad that I just kind of lost this chunk of memories. And I knew that this year was kind of special, and there's a lot of good news happening that I cannot tell you just yet, but it is very exciting year for me. So I wanted to have a record of this year in particular, but I very quickly realized that this space is limited and too much at the same time. So I don't have a lot of time to journal every single day, and I realized that the way I like to journal is like snippets during the day. So I like to just take maybe 10 minutes of my lunch break, and maybe 10 minutes when I'm eating breakfast, and then maybe around like 15 to 20 minutes at night just to unwind. However, this does not always happen, right? So very quickly this became a little bit of a burden. And of course it doesn't have to be, because paper is just paper. You can leave your pages blank and be okay with that, right? But I don't know, since I was so consistent at the beginning of the year, just started to leave so many blank pages make me very unhappy. So I quickly realized that I don't like to bring such a big journal with me, because I do get a lot of stares when I'm at work. As I said multiple times, my office is a very small office and we are all like crammed together, so everyone can see what everyone is doing. And all of us have journals and all of us have like notebooks, but people are very kind of streamlined. It's just a blank notebook and they write. And of course, I don't know if they're writing about work or they're writing about their personal life, but since it's very just like blank, no one really pays that much attention. But if I bring this journal, which is very decorated and it has lots of pictures, I feel like, oh, people are going to be kind of interested, a little bit more interested about what I'm doing. So yeah, and also it's very heavy. It's a very heavy notebook, and I have to commute to work, so this was just a bit too much to bring with me every day. So because it's just a notebook and I should be enjoying, I continue to journal here in a much more free way, just when I find that I really want to kind of journal about a certain topic that is not related to my days. It's just a topic, like before silence, or how people understand rituals and how they implement rituals in their daily lives. It's just kind of like a more commonplace now until I finish the second or the first half of the year. So I quickly realized that as much as I love this journal, couldn't really serve me a daily purpose, because I could not find a rhythm with this book. It just, I had to do it in one sitting, and I don't like to journal in one sitting. It's just not how my brain works and how I feel that I'm meeting my needs. So the only solution for me is just to grab a blank notebook to just daily journal. And here I just was considering different, like if it's an A6 blank notebook, if it's in, I don't know, B6 or whatever. But when I went to Japan, I was so mesmerized by how people use their notebooks. I met so many people with very chunky, incredibly patina, super personalized notebooks, and I felt that's what I want. I want a journal that is just me, kind of. I can decorate it, I can change it as I please, I can switch things as I need and as I want, without really causing like any stress at all. So I quickly realized that Traveler's Notebook is exactly what I want for long form daily journaling. So I also saw Hara. So I love Hara. She's a good friend and she makes amazing videos. And she was also setting up her journal, her art journal, which I truly recommend you guys watch her videos. They're in Spanish, but maybe you can just put subtitles if you don't speak Spanish. Oh my god, she's an amazing artist. And of course we have very different ways of journaling, but her freedom very much inspired me. Like, why am I making this such a big deal? I just can change notebooks whatever I want, right? So I ended up having the Traveler's Notebook set up, and this is a little fun project that I have. So I have a Hobonichi A6 1 day per page as my 30s journal. I thought it would be very fun to have just one notebook that encapsulates my entry to the 30s. I just turned 30 this year, so I thought it would be kind of fun. And as I said, there are a lot of exciting things happening. Hopefully not that many bad things, but kind of exciting things happening. So having a journal like this, really with just kind of a log of my days, feels quite nice as a project. So this is something that I don't actually journal every day. I just come here once a week and I just put highlights of the days, so I can have a picture of my year. Again, this is not something that I plan to continue after I finish this journal. It's just this project of my 30s. But after that, I plan on discontinuing this notebook. I thought it would be kind of like cool to just have it like that and have my impressions. And also all of my friends, somehow, we are all from the same year, same generation. Even my partner, he's also turning 30 this year. So I thought it would be kind of fun to record also everyone's impressions. So I do talk a lot with my friends about how are you feeling, because some of them, well, they are married already, some of them are having babies, some of them don't want to have babies. So I really want to see what are the expectations into their 30s, because it seems such a big, year, even though it doesn't really have to be. But anyway, I thought it is fun. So I also record a lot of my friends' impressions, which is quite, I don't know, it's quite fun. So this is just a little 30s project that I have, which I just journal when I have time, which is basically during my weekend. And yeah, this is something that I don't consider a part of my really journaling system. I do consider more of a little aside project that I have. So again, it's a limited space, because this serves me okay if it's just a limited space, because it's just a kind of very brief picture. But I wanted to also have a space to just journal as much as I want to. If it's a few lines every day, or if it's like 4 pages a day, I wanted to have that freedom, right? So I decided that it was better to set up my traveler's notebook. So right now I have everything housed in this Flight to the World from Japan edition, and it has too many charms. I do realize it has too many charms, but the lovely Joe sent me an amazing package. I was so happy, so thrilled. And she sent me these the fish one and the cherry blossom charms, because I couldn't get them. I think they're from the Tokyo edition. I couldn't get them when I was in Tokyo, and I couldn't find them here anymore. And she was so kind to me to send them from all the way London. And I just couldn't resist it. I really wanted it. I really wanted them in my actual setup, my current setup. So it's a bit crowded, but I don't know, I just love it. I don't know the Japanese name, but in Korea we also have this sweet, and every winter when it's very cold, the street vendors start selling pungopang, and I love it. It's one of my favorite Korean treats. So I like the cream one, the one that has cream inside. So it makes me really happy to have it. So thank you so much, Joe. So let's go through the setup. It's very simple, because I do carry this journal with me, and I fit my Hobonichi weeks inside here when I carry everything. It's heavier than I would like, but for right now it's okay. So what I have here is a plastic pocket that I stick here with some stickers right now, and I have the zip pocket that hugs everything, my 2 inserts in here, and I have the traveler's notebook airport edition kind of paper that comes with the notebook and their business card. And here I have some memorabilia that I've been collecting from museums, Japan, and I got a charm. My partner got me a charm from our favorite coffee place, and it is just, I'll show you later, it's a hilarious charm. So I just have it here. And the first notebook that I have is a bullet journal style. So I have used bullet journal since I was, a university student. I think my first year of university, so back in 2013, until I graduated from my second master's degree, so that would have been 2022. I've used solidly bullet journaling for planning, and it's been a couple of years since then, since I graduated, that I don't have any journal, like any really planning system for projects or goals or anything like that, because I think I was burned out from studying so much, burned out from such a long career in university. So I didn't want to plan at all. But this year I'm feeling so creative that I want to start exploring that creative part of me. And I think I need to be a little bit more organized. And because I use my Hobonichi Weeks as a daily log, I don't have that much space to plan. And I don't plan with daily to-do list I plan as projects. So I would just think about a project and think about the steps that I need to accomplish to make that project, rather than these are the daily tasks that I need to do. I usually don't even have to-do lists for daily things that I need to do. So I decided to set this one up. And now, so this is a 13, I think it's a 13 insert, so it's a lightweight paper, which I have taken pages out and I have printed graph. And now I'm going to tell you how I print graph, because I've been getting so many questions about this, and I realized that I always say that I printed, but I never let you know how I printed. So I make it so easy, guys. I don't use Canva, I don't use Procreate. I use a website called Grizzly or something like that. So I'll just insert a picture here. This website is very simple. You can choose if you want graph, if you want dotted, and something else, and I can remember. And then you can use your millimeters. I print in 4 millimeters because it's what I feel comfortable with. I think 5 is a bit too much, and 3.8, which I think is what Hobonichi Wix uses or something along those lines, can be too small sometimes. So I just print in 4 millimeters, and I choose the lightest grid, the lightest of the options. Then I have added a custom paper size to my printer, and what I do is I just take the staples out, I flatten the paper, and I just pass it through my printer with the custom size and no borders, especially don't add any borders. I have, like, my graph doesn't really close at the edges here, which doesn't bother me. And you can print in lightweight paper. So people ask me if you can print lightweight paper. You can, but my printer does stain a little bit the paper, which it doesn't really bother me. I'm not a perfectionist that way, but yeah. So I use this method all the time. It's Grizzly, is a website. You don't need to pay, you don't need to do anything. You just can choose your setup and then just go directly to print, and it will just arrange by itself. So it's very simple. This way you can use, if you are anything like me, you can use Traveler's Notebook's blank inserts. And because I cannot write straight, and it bothers me a lot when I crammed everything together, because I am not good at spacing myself naturally, I can use all the special inserts, special edition inserts, and anything like that, but just with graph, which I like. It is a process. It takes a little bit, especially if you don't have an industrial printer, but you just can let it print, and that's it. That's what I do. And I printed graph here, and I set up this for June, so I'm not very actively using it, but this is how I foresee myself using it. So I have a monthly here. On the right side, I'm going to put appointments, so time-sensitive appointments. And on the left column are things that I need to get done that day, but it really doesn't matter if it happens at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. So, for example, I have to visit immigration office on the 2nd of June, and this is at 2:36. It cannot be any other time. And I have to pay my apartment on the 20th, but of course I can do that throughout the day. So it really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to try to track. I am not a tracker. I don't do well with tracking. But since I have it next to my monthly here, I thought maybe there's a chance for me to visit this one daily. I don't have huge expectations for myself, but I really want to try. And I have some notes for the month. And that's it. That's all I set up. I envision this notebook as somewhere that I put collections and ideas for projects and monthlies and habits. That's it. Not to-do lists, daily to-do lists or anything like that. It's something a bit more for projects. And I have taken a lot of pages out because I really wanted a thin notebook. The lightweight paper has quite a lot. I think it has 120 something pages. So it's one of the thicker, if not the thickest, inserts that Traveler's Notebook has, and I just left enough for me to use throughout the year, but without being very bulky. Then I have one of the craft folders here, which I have some extra papers, and this is so special. So in the beautiful package that Joe sent me, she also included some choose and keeping stickers, and they are beautiful. So I immediately know I needed to use them for my cover. So I used this label sticker maybe with the beautiful cat and the choose and keeping, I think maybe brand sticker. And I just wrote Journal 25, so 2025 is the first volume, and started in May. And I added one of the Traveler's Notebook little tags, monthly tags, or yeah. And when you open it, I just kept it very simple. I put one of these plastic pockets, and these are Megan Rhiannon's Patreon archival labels, and a picture of my friends and I, and this is from the Traveler's Notebook, the red edition paper. And I added some decoration here, and this is what I mean by I just journaled to my heart's content. So on the 24th I started this journal. I wrote a quote by Charlotte 14, not sure, and is an opening to her own journal. And then I journal 4 pages. That day I was feeling that I really wanted to journal, and I had a lot to say. I had a lot to say about how incredibly inspired I was when I went to Japan and I saw everyone stamping their notebooks, showing their notebooks, you know. It was just a wonderful experience. So not only for that, but I am someone that loves to read about people's intentions when it comes to journaling, because it's a window to our lives, right? What matters to us, what is important to us. So I've been obsessively reading Baumkuchen's vlog, their Notebook People series, and their Analog People series, something like that. The Analog Life, maybe? No, I can't remember. But well, whatever. It's just interviews to journalers and people that use notebooks in their daily lives. And it's so inspiring. So I've been loving reading that. So that inspired me a lot to also start with just nothing, just a blank notebook. And I've been thinking about rituals. So I find rituals very grounding. I think I really like the Spanish word it's like enraizar, like rooting yourself in earth, like ground yourself. And as I mentioned a few times, I read about Toni Morrison's ritual of just waking up when it's dark, no turning any lights on, making a cup of coffee, just looking out the window how the sun comes up. That is, I don't know, such a beautiful ritual. So I just started to think about my own that way. And you see, I journal like at 7, then at almost 9, so 8:37. And it's just like kind of snippets that even though this was a long journaling session, but snippets throughout the afternoon that come to mind, as well as ideas that I have for Substack and what I was actually currently reading and watching. And I decided to do my days like this. So I just have this banner here, and I put the date of the week, day of the year and month, as well as the temperature, and if it was sunny, rainy, or something like that. But when it's in the middle of the page, I decided to do this kind of box where I put the same information plus the city that I'm journaling from. And this is what I mean. So at 7:20 I journal this bit, and then at 7:53 in the afternoon I journal the rest of it. And this time I journal like 1.5 pages, and yesterday I journaled 2 pages. And that's what I like. I received some happy mail. Also, I was very inspired by Little Coco Studios project of The Artist's Way. It's not something that I can right now join because I don't have the time, but The Artist's Way is something that I am interested to know more about and maybe at some point do it myself. And yesterday, so I journaled at 7:37 in the morning, then at 2:28, and I finished at almost 10 p.m. I went to the gym and cracked one of my knees. I have a very weak knee because I had a injury when I was younger, and I was doing great with it, no pain at all. But yeah, yesterday when I was doing sit-ups with weight. I know it was not great. So after that, we spent the rest of the day at home because I couldn't walk that well. Today I'm feeling much better, but yeah, I just kind of did some lettering about that, and I put a quote of the book that I was reading and I ended up finishing, which was Bibliophobia by Sarah Chihaya. This book is about the author. She's an academic, or was an academic and essayist or essay writer, and she had a mental breakdown. She had to be hospitalized, and she's talking how since she was younger she was exposed to quite a lot of trauma, and she found herself trying to find meaning in life out of books. So she was reading books to find herself, like books as salvation. And when she couldn't find that, when there was not that salvation in any book, and she was incapable of writing her own book as a form of saving herself, she started to develop this bibliophobia. She couldn't read, she couldn't write. And of course she was an academic, so she was expected to write her dissertation and publish a book, and that started to weigh on her, and she just got to the point of mental breakdown. So she is reflecting on all of the books that really, when she was a young reader, she started to develop this obsession with them, and she analyzes the patterns of those books that she related at that point to her life. It is very interesting book. I expected to like it a little bit more than I did, but if you like to read and you sometimes put too much pressure on yourself as a reader, I think it's a very interesting book to read. So I finished that yesterday and I just journal about it, and then I had a very long call with my mother and I just kind of journal about what we talked about, and that's it. Today I haven't journaled yet. So that's what I've been loving about this system, the freedom, basically just journaling whenever you want, right? At the back, I have something that I've taken from Baumkuchen. I'm sorry, I'm gonna sip some tea because my throat hurts. So I wanted to order some things from Baumkuchen because I love their philosophy so much that I wanted to support them. But the shipping is $60 to Korea. It is insane. It is too much, and I really wish I could order from them, but it's a little bit too much for me to justify. So they have this dashboard, which is basically just paper that may be a bit thicker, and you can put your kind of inbox to the list without really committing to paper. It's just a piece of paper that you just can't switch between notebooks. So I wanted to try that myself. So I have some extra paper here that I took from when I printed the notebook, and I have my to-do list, my inbox on here, and I think this is great. This is exactly what I need. I'm not a planner, so having this is just enough for me. And here I have some washi samples that Joe sent me and myself, and then I have a blotting paper. So this is how my notebook is set up, and I wanted to show you how I have actually set it up. So if we take the string, because I have a little trick that maybe some people don't know. So I have this, my journal hug with the craft folder, and I have one string here, right? And then I have the zip here folder, and I do know how to, let me show you how to add more strings to my notebook. It's not a difficult process. Let me take everything out of here. Okay, let me show you. So for example, in this notebook, I have the original string, and I added 2 more strings. So I know how to do that, but I don't have strings long enough for the regular size right now. So what I did is basically here in your zip pocket, I put a extra elastic just hanging here, right? So this makes it possible for you to have an extra notebook or an extra elastic. So if you want to take your notebook out for writing, it's very simple and easy to do it. And you just can have them in separate spaces, your notebook, so you don't have to put them together. So that is basically how I have them set up, and it's a quite simple way to do it, and it's a quick way in case your journal starts to get chunky and you want to take it out of your notebook just to write with it more comfortably. Then it's a very simple and easy way to just take it out of there. And that's it. That's how everything comes together. So yeah, that's basically how I have it, and I've been really enjoying it. I also finished reading The Dispossessed by Ursula K. Le Guin. I was not really in love with this book. So it is a sci-fi novel, and it's set in 2 worlds, Anares and Urras. I'm gonna pronounce it the Spanish way because I don't know how to say it. So Anares and Urras, which basically one is an anarchist society and the other one is a capitalist society. And it is basically an examination of both political systems and economical systems, and how we are so starved for power. And it reads kind of like a political and economical essay about both systems. Nothing much happens, to be honest, in the book. It is just about this physicist who lives in Anares. So the idea is Urras is the original world. It's a capitalist society, and some people rebel against it, and instead of just starting a revolution or a war, they just flew to this twin planet, and they set up their own colony there and named it Anares, and made a new language and a system based on anarchism. And there is a physicist who discovers this very interesting theory about simultaneity, and he realizes that his planet, even though it's anarchist, there is a hierarchy and there is power. It's a power system too within the anarchism. So he's kind of upset about that, and he wants to travel to this other planet to just have access to their technology and offer this theory that he has to everyone, not as a gambling thing or as a product, just to offer it to humanity so everyone can use it. But however, he quickly realizes how corrupt the system is. So it's just it's an observation about both political systems, and it reads very slow in my opinion. And I don't know, is it there's nothing really revolutionary about both systems. Like we know, right? But yeah, I don't know, like I enjoyed it at the beginning, but then I thought it was kind of dragging, just going back to the same idea, the same discourse all the time. So yeah, I don't think it was really for me, but I really wanted to read something by Ursula, and I realized it's not the first book that I read by her. I read Omelas too, right? Those who go to Omelas, those who live in Omelas, the very famous short story. But yeah, this one was not really something that I truly enjoyed, sadly. But anyway, I read that, and now I have something very exciting. So I received a package from Journalsay, which is a very affordable, if you're new to stationery and you want to get stickers but you really want to break the bank, it's very affordable. The box is humongous, so let me show it to you. It is a very big box, and I'm so excited. I decided to use some of the things because I couldn't wait. So I'm gonna put the box to the side and I'm gonna show you some of the things that I ordered. So the first thing that I got was the Might Liners, the new colorway, the new package. I didn't even open it yet. How do you open this? So these are the new, well, I think they are the new colors, or maybe not. I'm not sure if they are or not, but yeah, very exciting to start using these colors. It has kind of like a brown, red, gray, peach, and khaki green. So let me just try to, or can I do a small swatch of this? Maybe we can use this page here. But I was also trying some system. So this is the green. This light orange or peach. Oh, it's so light. Gray. Reddish, and this nude or maybe brownish. Oh, they are so nice. I don't have that many Might Liners, so I thought it would be kind of cool to have some of them, and I heard that they last up for a very long time, so I just got these first. And then I got so many things. I got these kind of like zig. They're not by Zig, but these are the similar to the Zig ones, where you just make some circles, dots, right, like this, which I thought it would be cool. And they were very inexpensive, very inexpensive. And if you print in 4 millimeters, I think it's just the perfect size. And where is the other one? There we go. Oh, they are so cute. I really like it. And did they bleed through? No, yeah. Midori paper is kind of hard to bleed through, but yeah, these are lovely soft color ones. And then I also wanted to try the Kokuyo loose leaf campus sheets. So I got the dotted and this one is so interesting. I think it's 2 columns. It's called, actually don't know. maybe, is it WCN? But anyways, I thought this would be very cool for projects and stuff like that, and for Korean studying. So you have 2 columns here, maybe like a to-do list. You can do like a to-do list, and I could even cut the perforated part here if I don't need it. And same with this one, which is just dotted. And I wanted to try some fountain pens here, so let's just try that. This is Hikaweko. Oh, feels nice. Yeah, nothing, right? Yeah, I could tell. Very lovely paper. So I thought it would be fun just to have, also, if I want to cut it, I can cut it here, and I can cut it here, and have some to-do lists to put in my traveler's notebook, and I can use the dotted when I've done something and I've accomplished something, or distribute my ideas. So for example, if I have an idea related to something that I want to write, I can use one of these dots to organize it, and then I can just cross it once it's done. So I thought it was a cool idea to have it, and very inexpensive paper. So for the quality, which is incredible, I am very excited about that. Then I got something that I already started using, which is a washi tape organizer. So basically it comes with a bunch of like dividers that you can put whatever you want, so you can make your own spaces. And now I have, these are the ones that I had for a quite long time, and Joe also sent me this beautiful one. Then I have some from the washi tape shop, some from our studio, and this one is a new one that I got that I want to show you. It is stunning. I got it the other day from a Korean store, and wow, it is gorgeous. I've been loving this. And it's already fussy cut, so no need to use your scissors, which is always appreciated. So I've been keeping it also here. And I didn't really have a system to organize a lot of my washi, so maybe I should have gotten 2 of these boxes, because this is almost filled and I do have more. But yeah, really excited to have a little bit of more of an organizational system. And then I got some loose paper for ink and book base. So it says the color of the ink, and maybe you can write here. I try to write with fountain pen, and it doesn't feather or doesn't bleed through, so it's great paper for fountain pen. And you can swatch your own fountain pens, and you can use it also to decorate basically. Or if you like to send fountain pen samples to any of your pen pals, you can also use this to name the bottles or the inks that you're sending. And same with the books. I thought it was so lovely, and I think they're great for journaling purposes. The emotional traces of readers, that's exciting. Yeah, really looking forward to start using these ones. Then I got some stickers. So I got these bathing eat dessert stickers. Let me show you. I think it's 4 sheets of stickers. Yes. Oh, and they are all dessert, which is, I love food stickers, especially coffee and bread stickers. So I'm excited to use this one. And it also has some book related things, which is kind of the best. The best for me, really screams my name. So I just put it here. And I got this one, which I'm really excited. It says like they're vintage labels, or it's a tiny book with it's kind of these tickets or yeah, labels for journaling, which I'm very excited about. Yay. And it's so tiny, so compact. I also got some of these really, how to call it, vintage, quirky looking stickers that I thought it would be cute to add a different vibe, especially to covers and stuff like that. So I already swatched some of them because I wanted to show them better to you guys. So let me show you, and this is where I have the charm. So this is a sticker release paper insert, which I have some of the washi tape, pet tape, and then I got this stunning one, which is this one. It's all art related. It is beautiful. I don't know how to tell you how pretty this pet tape is, but it is beautiful. It is just so pretty and so long. So I just kind of put some of them here to show you guys how stunning it is. And then I also got this one, which is kind of like more tickets and labels one. They're by Mood Tape, both of them. And very thick. I think these ones were around $7 or $6, so very reasonable. Where is the opening? Here. So it's just like receipts and labels like that. So I just put it here because I think this is very fun to use for journaling. Then I got these ones, which are same idea. Oh, they are pit tapes, but they are like clips. So I put them some here, and I use already some in my journal. And some bread stickers from Baking Time. And actually there's no repeat stickers. They are all of them different. So I have now a lot of bread stickers. Oh, they look so good. I love cinnamon roll, it's my favorite. Then I have some teacup ones like this, and it's just basically stickers, so it is fussy cutted, so you just can peel it off right away from here. And it's so cute. I love tea, so I'm excited to use these ones. And then I got some label stickers. So I got in black, and I got more colors that I haven't even swatched yet. I got the red, the black, blue, green, dark blue, and brown. And I haven't opened them yet. But basically they're just all different label stickers. So this like number, coded method, to be alive, to be like maybe a quote, happy, and the date, record a number of today's events too. And this is the quirky ones that I was telling you guys about, because I don't know, they look like very different ones. And these are from Joe that she sent me, and they're beautiful. And these ones are from our studio. So yeah, very excited and very thankful about this purchase. I really want to use the artist ones. I was holding back from using it. I used one of the coffee ones here, if you guys saw. This one I use one, and then in my journal I use already this one, which, where did it go, is this one. So I use one of them, and I use one of the washi clips here and here, because they're I think they're so cute and like a small detail to add to your journals. So yeah, very excited to start journaling with everything. I was kind of holding back from using it. I received it, I think the beginning of last week, but I didn't have time to film until now, so I've been really holding back from using it, and now I'm so excited. And that's it, guys. That's everything I had for you this week. I want to really know what you guys want to see from me next week. I ordered something from the Superior Labor that I'm very, very excited about. It was a gift for myself for something very special that happened, and I want to tell you guys, but I can't not yet. But anyway, I gifted that myself, and it's coming today. I wanted to wait to film this, but I'm so busy today. I have to do so many things that I didn't have time to film at night. But yeah, I hope I can show you guys. Oh, and this is my partner coming home. So yeah, and that's all for today. Bye bye.